Wrestling will collide tonight with the stars of Hybrid Championship Wrestling, and it's sure to be a fun night. But let's give you a little taste of it because, folks, who's ready for some wrestling? Your buy-in match is a 4 corners tag team match scheduled for one fall.
Good evening and welcome to the 880 Wrestling Buy-In. Pittsburgh versus Canada coming up on the top of the hour at IndieWrestling.live or for ringside members of the IndieWrestling.us YouTube channel. I am Pittsburgh's own Paul Michaels, joined tonight by Sean Collier.
I had to come down and be a part of a great, how often are you part of an international showdown? And Ahmed very kindly will be giving me the mic from the main card, but happy to join you at commentary. As much as I keep coming on commentary for Dead Hand Society matches, I don't know how I keep getting stuck with the DHS assignment.
This is the Scout Dog, DBeat Cooper. Together, they represent the Dead Hand Society.
And over the last several weeks, several months, we've seen so many different combinations of the Dead Hand Society. And here's another new one in DBeat Cooper and Krystal Moon. They are flanked by Gunnar Bergman. And so great to see that DBeat Cooper has finally found his way to the warehouse by way of the shop.
Well, out with injury for quite some time, I understand. Dead hand or not, glad to see people make the recovery, get back in the ring. Hopefully, no hijinks, no shenanigans from the Dead Hands. Let's have a good, clean match. It's the buy-in. We want to set the tone.
Team number 2, fighting out of Baltimore, Maryland. They are the team of The Outsider, Dave Luna. His partner is the Genuine Cowgirl, Beefcake, Jesse LaBelle.
Dave Luna and Beefcake set for buy-in 4 corners tag team action here. Been quite some time since we've seen Dave Luna as well here in 880 Wrestling. This will be a big opportunity to not only get back into the fold, but possibly get back into the win column.
Well, very difficult in any 4 corner situation. I heard somewhere once you only have a 25% chance of winning. But a lot of newer combos, a lot of new combinations, and some special guests.
Team number 3, first, fighting out of Guelph, Ontario, Canada. This is Generational, Alex Gagne. His partner, fighting out of the Anime Convention. This is the Otaku, Nilo Reyes.
Nilo Reyes and Alex Gagne, the lone Hybrid Championship Wrestling representation in this 4 corners tag match, but certainly not the only Hybrid Championship Wrestling representation on this card. So many members of the Hybrid Championship Wrestling roster will be in action on your main Pittsburgh versus Canada card at the top of the hour. IndieWrestling.live and for ringside members of the IndieWrestling.us YouTube channel.
And so many matches that we haven't seen before here at 880 Wrestling. This is going to be a show to see. And here is, dare I say it, the team to beat in this opening contest.
And the final team, being accompanied to the ring by Princess Amanda. They are the team of the Emperor's Finest, the Lost Primarch, Johnny fucking Demise. His partner is the Gigabyte Grizzly, BroHemoth. You are on Deathwatch.
And Sean Collier, hard to argue with your assessment. The Deathwatch very well might be the team to beat in this one. They've had a great run here in 2026 in 880 wrestling. BroHemoth in particular has had lots of luck on the buy-in. He recently got engaged on one of these, if you can believe it.
Congratulations to BroHemoth. But look, up and down the card, there's only so many competitors who were here from the beginning of 880, before the beginning of 880, when we were having shows without a name on top of them. And BroHemoth is one of those competitors. Not only the most experienced wrestler in the match, but the most experienced team in the match in terms of tagging in and out, working the angles, working the corners. I think the Deathwatch is going to impress in this. If I can offer, I don't want to get into predictions, but if I can offer, I'd put my money on Deathwatch.
The bell rings, and we will not have to wait any longer for the 880 in-ring return of DBeat Cooper, locking up with Johnny Demise here in the early going. Now, Sean, what would you say is the general strategy in a four corners tag match with only two competitors in the ring at the same time?
Well, be in the ring at the right time. You almost said it right there. On the one hand, you're on that apron. The match can end without your involvement. On the other hand, look, we're pretty sure it's not going to end right now. You can kind of learn to jump the rhythm of the match and tag yourself in, if necessary, when that opponent is down for the count.
Self-preservation and pick your spot.
That's what they always said in the video. Remember when you had played the video games and they didn't have a lot of commentary yet? They all talked about picking your spot, and I was paying attention. As DBeat Cooper takes it to Johnny Demise, not seeing any ring rust so far.
Here comes Krystal Moon, representing the Dead Hand Society in this matchup. How many members do you think the Dead Hand Society has?
Look, I'll admit to you, I'm not someone who's here every week. I miss some shows. I'm always thrilled to come to 880, and every time I do, there's 4 new members of the Dead Hand Society. I cannot keep track of the comings and goings in this faction.
Near fall there for Krystal Moon. Sean, I'm here every week, and I still see new ones pop up all the time.
Listen, I have the appeal. We're talking about experience. We're talking about longevity. Versions of this group have been around the greater Pittsburgh area independent scene for more than a decade. You see that name, you see those associations, and you think this could advance my career. That said, with Nick's Wild no longer a part of the organization, it's a little rudderless, it's a little leaderless at the moment.
We've not seen Nick's Wild since they fell at Paint It Black 2 in the 880's first ever steel cage match. Of course, Brandon St. James taking the 880 championship from Nick's Wild. Brandon St. James will defend that championship tonight against Christian Starr of Hybrid Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. We've seen so much from Brandon St. James, but you love to see an opponent that maybe these two aren't familiar with one another. Maybe they're going to have to feel one another out. So much uncertainty in how this night is going to go. A big matchup from top to bottom, and there's a big cross body.
Dave Luna gets the near fall. Luna now in there with Nilo Reyes, the Otaku. Now Beefcake
taking it to Alex Gagne.
Piece of the action as well. It's Alex Gagne outside of the ring.
Speaking of that action, there is now action everywhere. We've got into the wall courtesy of the Gigabyte Grizzly. And we got a few matchups on the show tonight with quite a few competitors in them. I think this is not the only moment of chaos you're going to get out of tonight's contest.
Not at all. And Nilo Reyes kind of feigning the dive there, but then being dragged out of the ring by the team of Luna and Beefcake, now wailing away.
Ooh, uneasy alliance. There is Alex Gagne with the cannonball. You know, wrestling has more than one royal family, and what an honor to have part of the Gagne dynasty here at 880 tonight.
Alex very vocal about wanting to restore some of the prestige and respect of the Gagne name. The Krystal Moon here dive to the outside, and everybody that you can see on your screen is down.
I think that's the whole match. Well, Amanda's standing. Maybe Amanda will go to the top rope.
Amanda there for moral support for Deathwatch. Deathwatch, throughout the past several months, has tried to expand its ranks.
Wait
a second. Gunnar Bergman here has Amanda up on his shoulders.
This is a recurring theme. As I said, I'm not here every week, but it seems like every time I am here, the Dead Hand Society is harassing the Princess of 880 Wrestling.
Now BroHemoth following suit, taking Krystal Moon out of here, and you can see kind of toward the back of the screen, Deathwatch and Dead Hand Society, they're making moves toward the back.
Someone tell them I made a bold prediction they would win the match. You can't win the match in the back. Meanwhile,
in the ring,
the Otaku has taken control.
Yeah, Reyes in here with Dave Luna, and we're effectively 2v2 now, Sean.
I know. No sooner did I say, did you like that stammering? No sooner did I say, there's chaos, there's so much going on, that now a traditional tag match of all things is broken out.
Nilo, Reyes in the corner, reversal there by Luna. Going to tag team 101 here by the hybrid team.
Oh,
frequent
what a
tags,
maneuver.
keeping Luna.
That slide into the German. How do you prepare for offense like that?
Again, there's frequent tags, keeping one team member fresh at all times. Beefcake fired up on the outside, looking to get into this matchup.
Beefcake is ready for action, but I don't know. The Canadian squad showing a lot of, well, not showing it anymore, are they?
Step up Inseguri by Dave Luna. There's the tag to Beefcake. They are the freshest competitor in this match at this point. And Beefcake doing them all themselves, taking out both competitors. In the corner.
Attempted to mess with the bull and got the horns in that exchange.
Bit of a double spear there. Now Beefcake has Reyes in the corner. Whip into the other corner, charging in. Belly-to-belly suplex into the cover. This could do it, too.
Oh,
Reyes
lucky to kick out there. Gagne, not to criticize. I don't want to get critical early in the night, but Gagne should have been on that.
Certainly the momentum now in the favor of the team of Luna and Beefcake. Look out in the corner there.
Well, maybe Gagne was biding his time. Beefcake goes for the clothesline, gets chopped.
Chopped by the Otaku, and here's Gagne. Look at this tandem offense now. Teamwork, team hybrid. Tandem offense, too, and that's it!
Canada draws first blood as we were saying. 3 teams from 880, 1 team from hybrid in that match, and it's the team from hybrid getting their arms raised right now.
You can see the replay here, provided by Sidekick Media Services. That was all she wrote there.
Big
for
high-low takes Beefcake out.
And as you mentioned, Team Hybrid Championship Wrestling starting off in the win column here. Our action starts at the top of the hour at IndieWrestling.live, or for ringside members of the IndieWrestling.us YouTube channel. For Sean Collier, I'm Pittsburgh's own Paul Michaels.
I'm going to the ring. I need to
Temporarily
be in the middle of
clocking
the
out.
action.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
To a special night. It is Pittsburgh versus Canada. We have got a great night of action, folks, with the stars of 880 Wrestling colliding with the folks at Hybrid Championship Wrestling up in Canada. It is going to be a fantastic night of professional wrestling. And to get started, I'd like to introduce at this time your ring announcer for this evening. Folks, give it up for the one and only Sean Collier.
And for your regular voice of 880 Wrestling, Eamon Payton, everyone. Your opening contest, scheduled for one fall, is a Scramble match, and the winner will be declared the #1 contender for the 880 Championship.
Good evening and welcome to Pittsburgh versus Canada. 880 Wrestling's finest will take on the roster of Hybrid Championship Wrestling.
From Natchez, Mississippi, the queer-coded villain, Zeke Mercer.
And I am Pittsburgh's own Paul Michaels, joined here by the wise owl of 880 Wrestling, Ahmed Payton. And Ahmed, just 2 nights ago at Thursday Night Fights, Zeke Mercer was very vocal. They don't believe that 880 management wants them to be the face of 880 Wrestling. And I can't speak to that one way or the other, but if Zeke comes out victorious tonight, 880 management might not have a choice.
Undoubtedly, the skill of Zeke Mercer unmatched. Zeke didn't just make a note. I was actually up close and personal with that. And if it's the energy and the anger from Zeke Mercer is anything, they are going to be a tough test here tonight in the Scramble match.
Approaching the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Playboy, Elijah Love.
The Playboy Elijah Love with Centurion Hall in tow. It's been an interesting month for Elijah Love as well, trading a pair of victories back and forth with Blizzy Blake. And I'm very curious to see if that 2-match series with Blizzy is what will help propel Elijah into the next stratosphere, just being 1 win away from an 880 championship match.
Absolutely. There's a big opportunity in stake here in this Scramble match, and I think there is no one more poised to seize it than Elijah Love. You got to imagine the Playboy wants his face on every cover of every poster, every event that we do for 880 Wrestling. Becoming 880 champion is the only way to absolutely ensure that.
Next, from parts unknown, the Fireman, Luca.
So, Ahmed, where do you think that parts unknown fits into Pittsburgh versus Canada?
You know, it's unknown. You can go either way. I think El Luca hedging his bets, so to speak, you could say. But Luca, I gotta say, the 880 crowd has really grown on Luca week after week, as well as his partner Los Tonios in MDMA. So I think, you know, parts unknown, a galaxy far, far away, any planet you can desire, El Luca is still 880 through and through.
It's fair to say Pittsburgh is home base, I guess, right?
Pittsburgh's the center and the world turns, is how you could say it.
The next participant from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. She is greatness personified, Wanda DelRay.
Wanda DelRay, the lone Hybrid Championship Wrestling representation in this Scramble match. And just a few minutes ago in our buy-in, we only had one Hybrid team in a 4 corners tag team match, and that team became victorious. So Hybrid has already beaten the odds before the main card has even started here. Will that continue here?
Well, I got to think that Wanda DelRay really wants to give another win, like you said, to Hybrid Championship Wrestling.
Now approaching the ring from Tucson, Arizona, the Electric CJ Monroe.
But you got to imagine who wants to make a major upset here in 880. That's CJ Monroe.
And keep in mind, the first victory of CJ Monroe's career, and maybe the biggest win of his career, was against Zeke Mercer in singles competition. And if you argue that Zeke Mercer is the favorite in this match, CJ Monroe is someone we know has Zeke's number.
Absolutely, and Zeke hasn't forgotten that. In fact, I'm sure it's stewing in the mind of Zeke Mercer as we speak. The question is, can CJ ride high and get a big victory here tonight.
And their opponent from East New York. He's old enough to know better, but young enough to not give a damn. Shotgun Adams.
Of course, Shotgun Adams, since making Pittsburgh a more permanent home, has been in the ring with some of the best that 880 Wrestling has to offer. In this very warehouse, he fought MV Young. And, you know, he's definitely been part of some big matches. And what bigger match would it be than to possibly be the #1 contender for the 880 championship?
Absolutely. A lot of young talents I noticed in this matchup. So whether it is Brandon St. James or Christian Starr, who leaves here tonight as 880 Wrestling champion, there is someone really young and hungry coming up the ranks at the end of this matchup. As now Zeke, Elijah, and Wanda going to keep control of the ring here in the early goings.
It will be interesting to see how the early strategies shake out here in a six-person, six-way match that is one fall to a finish.
So hard to strategize in a matchup like this. You really just got to be observant, have eyes in the back of your head, front of your head, just about everywhere. As now, action spilling onto the floor, and Wanda DelRay just bouncing Shotgun's head. Might take this all the way down to Allentown.
It's certainly possible to be too aggressive in a match like this in the early going. It's very rare that this type of match is won in the first few minutes. You want to make sure that you're available, though, when it's time to finish it. As Luca here, maybe thinking pump handle slam on Elijah, and hits it.
Very quick, springy offense from the fireman, which is common with what we see with MDMA. Is Wanda coming in? Wanda believes herself to be greatness personified. She has the opportunity to showcase that right here.
Again, you mentioned eyes in the back of your head, such a big part of this matchup. As you see again, CJ Monroe kind of taking advantage of Wanda, not anticipating another opponent coming in, and now in control here with Wanda in the corner.
Well, and that's the thing with CJ. You mentioned the win over Zeke Mercer. CJ, you will have to be particularly very observant on. Very young in his pro wrestling career, just a little under a year, but very observant in that ring as he hits that big cross body.
Springboard cross body, Wanda able to roll out of the ring to not be susceptible to a pin attempt there, but there's Zeke Mercer picking their spot. Big clothesline on CJ. Here comes Shotgun.
Shotgun, firing up here. And like you said, this one matchup can really propel somebody. Is now those Shotgun blows there. Zeke getting the better. Zeke, has been on the winning ways as of late here in 880 Wrestling. I think about the victories over Christian Robinson, Brianna Bands, Matt Connard last month at Painted Black 2. It's been a sort of change of events for Zeke after going through a bit of a rough patch after the crumbling of the matriarchy and losing the 880 Tag Team Championships.
Well, if you ask Zeke, it wasn't a crumbling. It was Zeke setting out on their own and dropping the dead weight. That's their words, not mine.
I was going to say, not to malign Zeke Mercer, maybe a very talented competitor, but thinks quite highly of themselves. As now Elijah and Wanda going to team up to take out Shotgun Adams.
There's certainly a strategy to temporary alliances here. Low bridge, Luca over the top rope.
You can just see the confidence on Wanda here. As now CJ, like I said, going to seize an opportunity, firing in with shots now. Reversal there by Elijah. Sunset flips over there by CJ. Oh, but look at that! Oh!
Double stomp by Elijah Love into the cover. 1, 2. Kick out by CJ Monroe. And right there in the middle of the ring, you're looking at two of the biggest potential breakout stars for 2026, in my opinion, here in 880 Wrestling.
I think you're exactly right there, Paul. I think Elijah in particular, got to argue, can be the most improved of the last year. Big matchups, big opportunities, and seizing the moment has been Elijah Love. As now, CJ in worse for wear here. 3-on-1 assault right now.
And Zeke Mercer seemingly directing traffic here. See Centurion Hall there on the bottom left corner of your screen. He will not hesitate to get involved in this matchup.
CJ with that vicious chop from Zeke Mercer. As now Elijah comes charging. CJ is one, though, that can take a lot of punishment in that ring. And now Wanda, look at this handspring. Oh!
Handspring two-handed chop there by Wanda DelRay. And with the snapmare, goes for the cover too. And Zeke Mercer now pulling Wanda off. Again, a one-fall match. That's exactly the type of thing that you would expect.
That's the difficulty. Yes, you can form unlikely alliances, unlikely partners in a matchup like this, but it all comes down to one pinfall. Is Elijah trying to take it?
Yeah, they're not just going to stand there and watch you score the only pinfall of the matchup.
Not especially with so much at stake. Wanda now, big scoop slam. Look at this! Takes down CJ Monroe, hook of the leg.
And Zeke once again pulling someone off of the cover. And Zeke, just such a methodical competitor, can beat you so many different ways, can outstrike you, can out-wrestle you from a technical standpoint. And Elijah Love now slingshot into a slap there.
Nicely done there. And now not done here with CJ. What could they have in mind? Across the knees. Oh! But now Zeke in for the cover.
And again, DelRay and Elijah Love just breaking up that pin. This is all, you have to basically, to win this, you effectively have to turn it into a temporary one-on-one match and score the pinfall. You're not going to be able to get someone down for a 3 count while there are other competitors available to break up that pin.
Is Zeke telling Elijah and Wanda to go to the back? That is the arrogance of Zeke Mercer. That is the belief from Mercer that they are allotted, this championship opportunity. Oh, but keep an eye on Luca. The fireman up to the top turnbuckle, and they are distracted by their own misgivings. Oh!
4 competitors now down in the middle of the ring. You see the replay there provided to you by Sidekick Media Services. Luca.
Look at that.
Taking out the triumvirate of Zeke, Wanda, and Elijah.
Corkscrew Prancha, but Luca not able to capitalize. In comes Shotgun Adams.
Talk about picking your spot. Here's Shotgun to pick up the pieces.
Series of clotheslines, wiping out the floor in the competition here in the ring.
Straps coming down for Shotgun.
But the decision's got to be made. Gonna go for Wanda. Big splash in the corner. Follows it up on Elijah. Not letting up on any competitor in this matchup.
Some serious multitasking there by Shotgun Adams, taking out 3 of his opponents.
Ooh, nice fisherman suplex there.
Into the cover, 2, and broken up once again by Wanda DelRay.
Shotgun, tries for the shot. Big headbutt, calls that lights out, and it could be it for Shotgun Adams there.
Face buster, but Shotgun Adams rolling out of the ring. Here comes CJ to capitalize.
Oh, drills Wanda headfirst in the mat. In comes Elijah.
Double knees by Elijah Love. Maybe looking for that prettiest moonsault ever.
Oh, nails it perfectly. Cover. Oh, but Luca just using his body to stop this pinfall and let the match continue.
Luca into the fireman's carry position.
Not able to capitalize. But eyes up, Zeke Mercer going to come charge. Oh, Mercer goes right to the knees.
Again, just so calm and calculated is Zeke. Now double knees into the back.
Could this
Rolling
be?
over Luca.
Oh, that shining wizard right to the face.
Into the cover, 2, 3, that's it.
Here is your winner. And now, the #1 contender for the 880 Championship, Zeke Mercer.
You see the replay there with that shining wizard. Zeke, by hook or by crook, is now destined for an 880 championship opportunity.
Of course, we are not sure who the 880 champion will be that Zeke Mercer will be challenging. It'll be Christian Starr versus Brandon St. James later tonight at Pittsburgh versus Canada, and Zeke Mercer is next in line for the winner of that match.
I'm sure come Thursday night fights, we're going to hear it to no end. Could Mercer reach their destiny and stand at the top of the ladder here at 880 Wrestling?
Fans, a moment for our sponsors, especially Three Floyds Brewing. You can get some great beer from Three Floyds at the bar, presented to you by the Southside's own Club Cafe. Give it up for Club Cafe. As well as La Spada Contracting and Landscaping and Arnold Glass and Vape.
Shout out to Three Floyds Brewing. They have something called a zombie dust.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall.
Professionals don't drink on the job, but I'm not professional tonight.
That's fair. Look, Pittsburgh pride tonight from a Pittsburgh local business here.
From the 6, weighing in at 416, the team of the Strong Arm Ahmed, main event Poppy Abu, KPK.
Abu and Ahmed of KPK certainly made some waves in their first appearance at the warehouse earlier this month. And they will be in tag team action here tonight, kind of kicking off the heads-up matches, I guess you would say, here between Pittsburgh and Canada. We've seen four corners action, we've seen a scramble, but now kind of into more traditional Pittsburgh versus Canada matchups.
Absolutely. We've seen recently on Thursday Night Fights the impact that KPK has been able to have in that ring. These are undoubtedly mercenaries that William Porter has given us. But a tough test ahead for Abu and Ahmed in two competitors that truly fly the flag of 880 Wrestling.
And their opponents, the non-binary team of the Unmasked Rider, Flaming Spirit, Chaz Monroe, and the Bearcat, Keith Haught.
And Eamon, you said it best. Chaz Monroe and Keith Haught truly fly the flag here for 880 Wrestling. Would love to get 880 kind of back in the win column here after Hybrid victorious in the Four Corners tag match in your buy-in earlier.
Flaming Spirit and the Bearcats. A unit of heroes having to deal with these vicious individuals in KPK as Abu and Ahmed getting the jump right now on Keith and Chaz.
Bit of a false start by KPK, shades of their previous appearance here at the warehouse. This match not officially underway yet.
Tony Leo, do not envy his job in a contest like this, as now Keith and Chaz, trying to send KPK into one another, and they do.
Trying to get the jump on Chaz and Keith here. Might have backfired for KPK.
As we get some of the wrestling cleared out, as now it looks like Abu going to start things off in the ring with Chaz Monroe, the Flaming Spirit. And that fighting spirit is going to be on display in this one as Chaz, very quick offense here. Look at this. Nice arm drag takedown.
Another arm drag there by Chaz.
Able to spring off and use the ropes to their advantage. Catching Abu off guard, big cross body.
And Chaz and Keith just bringing the fight to KPK early.
It'll be also interesting, I think, to see in this matchup, Paul, the team unity between Chaz and Keith. Abu and Ahmed have been teaming extensively across the Ontario area. When you build a unit like that, you have that synchronicity, you have that communication without even communicating at times. But we're seeing it on display right now with Keith and Chaz. Ooh, there's that big knee drop.
Yeah, Chaz and Keith certainly no strangers to each other in their own right. Just a one count there for Bearcat on Abu.
Ooh, powering Abu. That is the power of the Bearcat that we are seeing on display right now. Oh, and there is that meaty paw across the chest of Abu. Almost sent Abu out of the ring.
Big knife edge chop. Maybe we want one more, Eamon?
I think we do.
Tag team 101 here by Chaz and Keith, keeping Abu isolated into their corner.
Oh, right onto the back. Ooh.
Little cat scratch action.
Absolutely, cat scratch fever. Chaz adopting well here to this unit with Keith Haught. Are going to send Abu off the ropes. Oh, springs off the bottom. Oh, but might have tweaked his knee there. Trying to get some separation. That's a danger in a matchup like this. Trying to check. Oh, wait, look at Ahmed from behind.
Ahmed taking advantage.
Oh, and Abu, I got to imagine a bit of playing possum there, able to spring into that drop kick with ease.
Yeah, I'm no medical professional, but that leg suddenly looks fine to me. And now KPK taking advantage and moving Chaz into their corner.
Oh, sends Chaz hard into the turnbuckle. That is the deviousness of KPK on display. We saw Abu and Ahmed alongside Robbie Hollywood run roughshod over the likes of Psychedelic Dreams in the Department of Jocks. In terms of the, the moral sportsmanship being out the window when it comes to this, what was originally a friendly rivalry between 880 and Hybrid, you got to put the blame directly onto Robbie Hollywood, but also onto KPK.
Certainly, and I've spent the better part of a month trying to do the right things, say the right things, talk about this as a partnership. That's how it was advertised to me. That's how it was presented to me. But just in recent weeks here, we have seen Hybrid Championship Wrestling get involved in matches they have no business getting into. And again, I just feel that Hybrid has kind of thrown professionalism out the window. So,
look,
I'm going to do the same.
I appreciate it, Paul. We all trust the wrong person here and there. I know I've been a victim of that in many ways. It's now Keith Haught, unfortunately, trying to alert an official, but it is just making things worse here for Chaz Monroe.
KPK taking every shortcut they can.
Power there!
Suplex by Abu, floats over into the cover for a 2 count.
I think that's where that moniker, that namesake, Flaming Spirit, is going to have to really come to fruition here for Chaz. Trying to fight free and get a tag into Keith, but Abu with a firm grip on that wrist.
The resilience of Chaz Monroe certainly on display, but anyone can only take 2v1 offense for so long. Oh. Big splash into the corner. Chaz is rocked. Into the cover is Ahmed. 2. Chaz barely able to get the shoulder up.
Tons of unbridled kinetic energy from the strong arm Ahmed. Definitely a wild card in that ring. Can be uncontrollable at times. Oh, big headbutt.
Momentum firmly on the side of Abu and Ahmed. So if Chaz Monroe can make that tag to Bearcat Keith Haught, I would imagine that could change the complexion of this match. Big scoop slam. Here comes Ahmed.
Ooh, nice rollover senton there.
Another cover into a near fall, I should say.
You also got to think, Paul, not just a victory in this matchup, as now look at
Canvas Angels by Abu, adding insult to injury.
Main event Poppy definitely feeling himself in that ring. What I was going to say is that, a victory is not just a point on the win column, so to speak, for Hybrid Championship Wrestling. You have to think the Hybrid stars here tonight are looking at this as an opportunity to really float their favor in future hybrid events as well. I mean, if you go to hybrid management and say, look, I'm the one that got us the victory here on the night where it mattered, there's got to be a lot of opportunities coming your way.
Absolutely. That Canadian Judas, Will Porter, has to be looking on, and they will give plenty of opportunities to the people that impress tonight at this event.
Chaz, desperation, trying to look for a tag, able to float over here on Ahmed. Oh!
Ahmed went for the splash. There's the tag to Bearcat.
Almost went out of the Bearcat playbook here. Oh! And it looks like KPK kind of losing things a little bit here. Keith Haught, a house of fire in that ring.
Bearcat doing it all themselves, taking on both of KPK. Though as I say that, momentum turning back. Now just mocking Bearcat.
There it is! Ooh, big elbows right to the top of the head.
Keith is fired up. Big scoop slam.
And you got to think Keith, an extensive veteran. I was going to say, Keith Haught showing it how it's done. Cover!
And Ahmed there able to break up the pin very effectively with a foot to the face. Ooh. Back suplex by Chaz Monroe. Things kind of breaking down here with all 4 competitors. Ahmed has since rolled out.
You got to think Keith Haught, the leading competitor in this contest. What are they thinking? Possible double team offense now. Oh, but inadvertently almost stole one there, did KPK. There's that miscommunication I was talking about with a new team like Haught and Monroe. Ooh.
Abu going over the ropes the hard way. Now Keith maybe bringing them back in an even harder way.
Abu in worse for wear. Floats over. Wait, lateral press.
Ahmed's got the feet.
Oh, come on!
Here are your winners. KPK.
Disposing of Chaz Monroe out on the floor allowed KPK to get that added bit of advantage as we see here on the replay.
Again, the float over, but then Ahmed just holding the feet down illegally, preventing Keith Haught from being able to kick out. And Ahmed, unfortunately, at this point, the record books would indicate, you could argue, Hybrid Championship Wrestling has started off the night 2-0 against 880 Wrestling.
I don't like the looks of things here, Paul. As now Keith, realizing what happened, gonna give KPK, I think, a little more than a piece of their mind. But like you said, Paul, unfortunate start so far. I mean, I'm trying to be impartial, like I said, but we gotta get some wins on the board.
Again, this event went from a collaborative event to arguably a war in the last 48 hours.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Hybrid Heavyweight Championship.
And with that, this next matchup, the stakes are about to get raised here, Paul.
And with all of the momentum on the side of Hybrid Championship Wrestling, they now have an opportunity to take their championship back north of the border.
As the challenger here, Hybrid Zone, member of Dynasty, Sway Archer, looking to maybe give Hybrid their biggest win here tonight.
Sway Archer fired up, and quite frankly, how can you not be? I mean, your team has rattled off back-to-back wins here in the early going. But if there's somebody who can put 880 back in the win column, I'd like to think it could be the king of Pittsburgh.
You know, I'm not the most versed in the sports world, but I've heard of a term called a pinch hitter. You got to imagine MV Young is in that position going into this matchup.
In our main event, MV Young went to war with the suplex shogun Jackson Stone, and we were robbed of a definitive end to that matchup by way of Hybrid Championship Wrestling interfering in that matchup. And Hybrid Championship Wrestling indicated there would be disciplinary actions taken against Will Porter and the members of the roster who got involved in that main event. But MV Young on a social media post said, no disciplinary action needed. We'll take care of it.
Introducing the challenger from center stage, weighing in tonight at 190 pounds, the Culture King, Sway Archer. the champion. Fighting out of 829 Industry Street, a.k.a. The Warehouse, by way of the shop and 880 Dottie Block. He is Pittsburgh made, Pittsburgh paid, and internationally laid, the King of Pittsburgh, M.V. Young!
Along with that hybrid championship, you see MV Young holding the Fest Wrestling title. Week upon week at Thursday Night Fights, MV has been putting those belts on the line, putting everything at stake. But like we mentioned, the stakes have to be the highest they are in this moment. Will Porter and Hybrid know this is the prime opportunity to take the Hybrid Championship back into their camp. And they have trusted that responsibility in Sway Archer.
Ring the bell! There's so much more to this than just being 3-0 or being 2-1. This is now about bringing championship gold back to Hybrid or keeping it here at the Warehouse, and we are underway.
Sway Archer maybe trying to get in the mind a little bit, gonna, as he appears to say here, slow it down. The Culture King, a very creative mind both inside and outside that pro wrestling ring. We saw Sway actually back at Painted Black 2, had the opportunity to become TNF champion. Oh, look at the way that Sway snatches that leg. That's that technical skill that Sway Archer possesses. The question is, how does that contrast with someone as hard-hitting and brutal as MV Young?
Yeah, I think it's a very sound strategy to kind of, keep MV Young guessing here. I think if you try to go head-on with the King of Pittsburgh, you're going to get your ass kicked. But with this headlock takeover here by MV Young.
MV is one to really grind you into the mat, both for the physicality, but also take you off of your game to let you know who's boss and whose arena this is.
Look at Sway Archer just smiling at MV Young. He is not conceding much here to the King of Pittsburgh, not intimidated at all by MV.
I was going to say, try for a waist lock, but no, side headlock here by Sway Archer. Taller competitor in this contest, you got to look out for those long legs as well. Ooh, MV gonna power Sway off into the ropes. Oh!
Big senton by MV Young.
Sway, you can tell in the look on his eyes just how tough of a fight that this is going to be. Getting a bit of reprieve out here on the floor.
He thinks he's taking a breather. I don't know what his scouting report was like on MV Young, but MV Young loves to fight out here.
That's the thing. Get your breather, catch your breath, recalibrate, but don't let MV Young follow you out there. That is bad news.
From a certain point of view, inside the ring might be the safest place to encounter MV Young.
Archer again going into the waistline. Oh, but knife edge chop, and I do not know if that is the smartest move, Paul.
Yeah, this is not a battle that Sway Archer can win. Paul Skeen's fastball to the chest.
I'm pretty sure if our ring wasn't reinforced, there might be a hole in that mat. As MV Young gonna be in full control, and when MV is on offense, ooh, it just gets worse and worse. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't get less vicious, less brutal.
MV about to leave a permanent mark on Sway Archer's chest. And these fans here at the Warehouse in full support of the King of Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. They're letting Sway know, if you didn't know going into this matchup, be prepared. Sway may be trying to back off a little bit, create some distance.
Yeah, backing off a little bit. You can see the marks on Sway's chest. Again, kind of playing possum a little bit, trying to...
But miscalculation there, leaving the arm open, and now Sway now going to try to get a break in the ropes. That technical ability, that Sway normally implements, you can tell the danger that he is feeling needing that rope break. Oh, right onto the arm, though.
And that may certainly be a step toward taking some of MV Young's offense away from him.
I got to think a very smart maneuver. He's been brutalizing you with chops. Ooh, cover. You know, those lefts and rights of MV Young are probably his strongest weapon in that ring. So you pick apart at that arm, you can neutralize it.
It's very calculated, deliberate offense here by Archer. Again, I don't think the intent here is to get a submission victory. I think it's just to inflict punishment.
Oh, and that'll do it. Just a straight kick right to the elbow.
That hurt me all the way back here, Eamon.
And you know, a dislocation, something like that can really change the complexion of this matchup, because also it's not just about striking, it's about things like grip strength. You need your arm for a lot of things in professional wrestling.
You'd have to think that, you know, one of the most obvious paths to victory to MV Young would be to hit that Pittsburgh plunge.
Absolutely.
On Sway Archer, for example, and taking away some of that arm strength. Damage to the arm is going to do that, but seemingly, but I was about to say, doesn't have an impact on that back suplex, but it does, kind of as a follow-up here. MV Young favoring that wrist.
You know, it's that wrestler mentality, so to speak, you know, powering through an injury. Is that, MV tried for something, but now Sway.
Small package, kick out.
Oh, but look at how Sway went right back to the arm. Almost a chicken wing here. And now, oh God, gonna drive it. His shoulder now right into the turnbuckle.
Into the corner. MV is in a bad way here, and I will tell you that also MV Young and Jackson Stone went to war just 48 hours ago on Thursday Night Fights, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are some lingering effects from that very hard-hitting matchup as well here.
I can only imagine. I mean, that was absolute just strength personified from Jackson Stone that we saw. As now, you got to think maybe some after effects from that matchup could also be playing into a factor here with this arm. As now, look at the way that Sway is manipulating the shoulder and the elbow here.
And Sway is definitely coming here with a game plan, and I argue he's executing it to perfection thus far. Big clothesline, though, from MV. But very difficult for him to capitalize. Just kind of rolling over and, again, just favoring that arm. You can see.
He almost used, the injured arm out of instinct.
Yeah, he wanted to use that right arm, but then missed with it and just kind of hit him there kind of on the backswing with the left. And I don't know that he wanted to absorb more punishment on that arm.
Oh, big Uranagi.
And the senton, MV now into the cover. 2, kick out by Archer.
You can also see a little look in MV's eyes, wanting to finish this off as quickly as possible now that he has that injury on that arm.
He certainly knows that at this point, the longer the match goes, the less it favors that arm injury.
Now, what could it be? Possibly powerbomb here, but he can get Sway up. He does! Oh. Sway, though, the larger competitor, able to fight free. Super kick! Rocking MV Young into the corner. Big step up there. Shot right to the face, and now Sway looking to capitalize. Could we have a new champion? No reversal.
Trading reversals there on their suplex attempts. Look out, roll up here, 2. MV able to kick out. MV misses with the clothesline again.
Oh!
What a kick there by Sway Archer. Could this be a new champion? 2. MV able to get the shoulder up and preserve those championship reigns.
Still in this fight as we take a look at the replay. Look at those long legs of Sway right on the money to the jaw of MV Young.
Just such a precise strike by Archer. Archer looking to capitalize now with MV up to his feet.
Tries again with a shot for the boot. Back to live action. Oh, look at this. Wheelbarrow. Release German suplex.
Both competitors down. We're just getting at the point in the match where every move counts all the more. Any move could theoretically end this matchup. Look at that suplex in slow motion. My goodness.
Sway almost out of instinct here out onto the apron. MV spots him, though.
Forearm shot. What's Archer thinking now?
We already saw dangerous predicament work to Hybrid's favor. last matchup here on the apron. George Ross trying to get in. Oh!
Big chop by MV. Now maybe looking to bring Sway in the hard way. Gets him down.
But keeps hold. Thinking powerbomb again, possibly. Up goes Sway Archer. And down, sits out with it.
Gets this one, 1, 2, is it enough? No! Sway Archer kicks out of that chain of offense.
And how frustrated must MV be that did not finish the job because of how much that had to have taken out of that arm as well to just get Sway Archer up into the powerbomb.
Again, MV Young just slow to capitalize even on these big moves, just by the nature of the punishment he's taken in this one.
Well, thinking Pittsburgh plunge. No, instead, sleeper hold here. Oh, look at the way he muscles MV down.
Muscles him down, now floats over. Putting additional pressure on the back as well.
Very smart move here by Archer.
Almost like a sleeper camel clutch hybrid move, no pun intended there.
Oh, MV might be fading. Referee George Ross checking to see if MV is still in this fight. Trying to get some assurance here. No, he is!
MV still in this one. Can he get to his feet? He's up to his feet. Sway now on the back.
Oh, using the ropes to his advantage.
Throwing him off using the ropes. Look
out! Bit of retribution there with that kick. And could this be
Pittsburgh plunge?
In honor of Pittsburgh!
1, 2, 3. And the hybrid championship stays in Pittsburgh.
Here is your winner, and still hybrid heavyweight champion, MV Young.
MV coming to the plate and knocking one out for 880 Wrestling as we see again the Pittsburgh plunge. High elevation there on Sway Archer, securing the King of Pittsburgh the victory.
And earlier this week on the Wrestling Mayhem show, George Ross referred to MV Young as the ace of 880 Wrestling in some respects. Well, he's certainly still the ace of hybrid championship wrestling. He's got that title in our camp.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the 880 Championship.
Question is now, Paul, can we build on that momentum? Because hybrid still not having their championship in their ranks. What would be even worse for us, though, is if we lose the 880 championship here tonight.
Yes, this would certainly be a huge blow to 880 Wrestling if the championship goes back up to Ontario, Canada. We found out several weeks ago, it was announced by William Porter that this man would challenge for the 880 championship at this event. Christian Starr will step up for hybrid championship wrestling and try to capture the 880 title.
You have to think hybrid and Will were very selective when it came to these contests. And Christian Starr, the star child, his resume unmatched in terms of junior heavyweight competition up into Canada. Quite arguably one of the best junior heavyweights in Canada today.
And Christian Starr certainly is a star in the making, but it will be a tall test to topple over Satan's favorite saint.
How much must it mean for Brandon St. James coming tonight into Pittsburgh versus Canada, 1 month removed from earning that 880 championship in the most violent of ways inside of a steel cage against Nick Wild?
Certainly Brandon St. James has been a fighting champion for 880 Wrestling since capturing that title at Paint It Black 2. Defended the title just 5 days after winning it. And he is certainly someone who is always game for a challenge. And Brandon St. James would like to step up and kind of even the score here with Canada here in the first half of your main card.
Krystal Starr has battled some of the best, but I don't know if he's dealt with a competitor that personifies absolute anarchy like BSJ.
Mentioned it though, Will Porter certainly has been very, very deliberate, very selective with how they've chosen who would represent Hybrid Championship Wrestling in certain matchups. And I think there's something that Will sees about how Starr may match up against BSJ. Let's kick it over to Sean Collier for championship introduction.
Introducing the challenger from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Weighing in tonight at 170 pounds, Star Child, Krystal Starr. And his opponents, fighting out of New Jersey by way of the south side of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Weighing in tonight at 185 pounds. He is the gutter phenomenon. He is Satan's favorite saint, and he is your reigning and defending 880 champion, Brandon St. James.
BSJ not unfamiliar with Hybrid Championship Wrestling or just Canada in general. BSJ also won half of the Hybrid Tag Team Champions alongside KC War as a part of the fourth line. Also reigns currently as the Canadian Deathmatch No Ring Champion. And we saw recently on Thursday Night Fights, Paul, you know, Brandon St. James just laying those belts across the ring to let it be known to Will Porter, to Hybrid Championship Wrestling, just the type of competitor that he is. We are now underway here.
And of course, you mentioned Brandon St. James, one half of the Hybrid Tag Team Champions. His partner KC War will be in action tonight in our main event, defending the 880 Hardcore Championship against Matt Cash. But right now, it's all about the big prize, the 880 Championship.
BSJ, I gotta think, coming off, you know, first matchup back, I have to note as well, coming off of a brutal match for the Crazy 8 Invitational as a part of Canadian Deathmatch. First round loss to Tyler Arrow in a brutal affair. Went through chairs, went through panes of glass, had 14 stitches in his back, had to get it stitched up in a Canadian hospital. And to my knowledge, this is the first time that Brandon is stepping back in that ring since that matchup.
And certainly we will see if the damage from that match becomes a factor here. Krystal Starr's more than aware of all of that and may look to kind of take advantage.
Ooh, Brandon showing maybe some athleticism here as well, getting out of this, and going right into the side headlock here on Krystal Starr. That's the thing with Brandon St. James, the gutter phenomenon, a hardcore competitor to say the least, but also very technically skilled in that ring. Ooh, able to power down Krystal Starr there. Oh, and getting into the mind now of the Star Child.
Pushing him down there, coming off the ropes, leapfrogged by Starr. Ropes leapfrog of his own from BSJ.
Oh, nice roundhouse kick right to the gut there.
Whip into the corner, whip reversed, up and over is Starr. And St. James now.
Neither competitor with the edge on the other. Leg sweep there. Brandon, big elbow drop. Starr coming in for the leg drop.
Neither competitor has gotten the edge early in this one.
What that tells me is that both competitors really scouted each other going into this contest. They looked into, Krystal maybe trying to get an early advantage there, but Brandon cutting him off with that rolling forearm.
That one seemed a little less well scouted.
Now BSJ feeding off of the energy, as he always does, of the crowd here at the warehouse. Series of forearm shots, big uppercut. Starr very young in his career. Oh, God.
Big kick to the back.
And when you're young and talented and given such, accolades and such accomplishments in such a short period of time, you really think, the star's the limit, no pun intended.
Needed gut by BSJ, now going into a suplex. Stalling here, allowing the blood to rush to the head of Starr and then bringing him down. Brandon St. James into the cover. 1, 2, shoulder up by Starr.
But also, like I mentioned, the thinking man's wrestler that Brandon St. James is. You mentioned it before in earlier contests. A pin cover like this, that's not going to put away Krystal Starr. I think Brandon knows that. But the way he made sure to get the lateral press, the hook of the leg, making sure that Krystal powers out of every single cover.
Again, yeah. For people watching at home, it's honestly like sometimes you'd be surprised how much energy it takes to kick out of a pinfall attempt. And Brandon St. James was maybe thinking dive there, but eats a forearm from Starr.
Brandon also not afraid to go to the air, much like Krystal is now. Using the ropes to his advantage there, getting some separation from Brandon. Question is, can Krystal capitalize? Full Nelson into the suplex there.
Full Nelson suplex, and Krystal Starr getting fired up here.
Victories Starr has built up over the likes of Ninja Mack, Dante Leone. Gonna try to take everything that he learns and bring it into this contest as we see a big drop kick there.
Basement drop kick. They're out here right in front of us here on the brick floor outside of the ring.
I mean, that was that explosiveness of Krystal Starr, now mocking the audience here at 880. That cocky attitude of the Star Child coming into play. The question I always see, though, with wrestlers is if they can channel that or not into energy and into a victory.
Well, if he wants to win the 880 championship and bring it back to Canada, he has to do it in the ring, though, onto the apron. And again, how much damage that will give there to Brandon St. James' back.
You got to imagine Brandon might be a little worried about some of those cuts reopening from that contest. Cover, hook of the leg.
Brandon St. James able to get the shoulder up, preserving his 880 championship reign. But Krystal Starr is in control right now.
Brandon, firing back up, though.
Fighting from underneath with that forearm. Now whips Starr into the corner.
I'm charging. Big forearm shot. The explosiveness of Brandon St. James, I think, is something that you can't really even predict. You just got to feel it in that ring. But we saw some explosiveness just right there from Krystal Starr.
Starr had it well scouted. Meets Brandon, now a knife edge chop. With Brandon perched up against the ropes there. Now Starr looking to charge at him. Brandon St. James with another forearm. Staggers Starr, but now the big knee to the face.
Neither man getting the other off their feet right now. Big pump kick. But Krystal still in the fight. What does Brandon have in mind here? Krystal's not going to give him any time to think through a plan right now. Big enziguri. That explosive offense, the way you can spring up off of the mat. Very few people can do it like Krystal Starr.
Starr was signaling that it was over, but takes an elbow, then a forearm from BSJ.
Big wind up there. And now Brandon.
Now St. James signaling it might be over.
Up onto the shoulders.
Big buckle bomb there by Brandon St. James, though, into the destroyer.
Turning Brandon St. James inside out, and Brandon with a massive lariat, both competitors down.
Talk about inside out. Let's have a look at this replay brought to you by Sidekick Media Services. Here's the buckle bomb by Brandon St. James, but then into the destroyer and just fighting on pure instinct and momentum inside out.
Oh my God. Fighting spirit on full display from both competitors.
Not sure who will get to their feet first here, champion or challenger.
Look at Christian bringing Brandon up by the hair. Undeterred in this fight is Christian Starr.
That might have fired up Brandon more than it hurt him. Now trading strikes.
Those kicks of Christian Starr are lethal, but I don't know if I would go to a striking game like this with someone like Brandon St. James. Oh my God!
We got to look in the eyes of Brandon St. James, maybe thinking some sadistic thoughts here.
Channeling it now, repeated forearm strikes, rocking Starr. Starr able to duck. Oh, Brandon able to come back from behind. Not letting up with those forearm shots. Going to Old Faithful. Oh, big blue thunder bomb.
Crowd here at the warehouse getting firmly behind the 880 champion.
Brandon is lit up and has new life right now, looking to capitalize here on Christian Starr. What could he be thinking? But, oh, German suplex. But Christian not letting him get the full effect of that waist lock. Oh, breaks it free and just drops Christian right on his head. Oh, big running knee strike right to the jaw. This could be it. That could be a knockout blow here.
Two and
with fingertips.
And he wasn't even able to keep the fingers on the ropes, Eamon, but simply touching the rope is a legal rope break in this contest, and that saved the match. I don't know that Starr would have even had the wherewithal to get a shoulder up. That might have been the only effort he had to extend this one.
Referee, senior official George Ross, a true professional. 880 or hybrid aside, going to call it right down the middle. Oh, Brandon.
Another forearm. Brandon St. James feeling it now.
It's all about Pittsburgh pride here tonight, and Brandon wants to show it. Christian able to push three. Oh, big cutter! And not done here. Off the ropes. Jump! Oh, big curb stop right to the top of the head. Oh, can we have a new champion cover?
This could do it, Eamon. Two. Kick out by Brandon St. James.
Christian Starr in disbelief right now. As we see on the replay, that nasty stomp.
The impact of Brandon St. James' head on the mat might have been pure instinct that led to him kicking out there.
But both competitors now up to their feet. I don't think this is where Christian needs Brandon right now, again in a striking match.
No, just trading strikes. I think Brandon will get the better end of this one, though. As I say that, again, now Christian Starr bringing the repeated rapid-fire forearm shots.
I think Christian knows he has to lay it in. Brandon springs up the second. Cross cutter! Cover!
1, 2.
No! Able to get the shoulder up is Christian Starr. That cross cutter has finished numerous competitors off.
Ducking the clothesline, he knew exactly where he wanted to be. There it is, that cross cutter.
And how frustrating must that be for Brandon? Couldn't have been more perfectly executed in that moment. Oh, comes charging. Christian trying to get some separation, which he desperately needs. Oh, goes to the leg. Very smart move there by Brandon.
Just staying on Starr with those strikes. Has him reeling in the corner. The BSJ chant here at the warehouse.
It is reverberating off the walls. Springs up. Thinking cross and no moonsault! Oh God, pump kick right to the jaw.
Missed the moonsault. Starr capitalized. Cross cutter of his own.
He calls that the Starr cutter, in fact. Maybe trying to get one up on Brandon St. James with his own move. Drills Brandon St. James, center of the ring.
Oh no.
2.
He got it. He kicked out.
And not only kicking out, but powering out did Brandon St. James. but possibly out of instinct, Brandon rolling out to the floor.
And Ahmed, even though that did not end the match, you have to wonder if we might be looking at the inevitable here.
How disappointing, how embarrassing would that have been for Brandon St. James to lose to the cross cutter? Big dive out to the floor!
Brandon tried to kind of take a breather to the outside, and Starr just staying on him. Starr desperate to bring that 880 championship back north of the border.
Now drawing though with our fans here. Keep your eye on Brandon, who comes diving with a suicide dive of his own.
Took his eye off the ball. Momentum now back in the camp of Satan's favorite saint after that dive.
BSJ, the question is, can he take advantage in this contest? But I will say, credit to both competitors. They showed no signs of slowing down, even after all of the high-impact offense that we've seen so far. Ooh, Christian.
We're seeing tremendous resilience by both competitors here. Starr now signaling that this could be it if he hits it.
Christian very first of the top turnbuckle, but dangerous predicament. Spanish fly! Up from the heavens!
You see the replay here again, brought to you by Sidekick Media
Back to live
Services.
action, cover!
Cover. Brandon St. James kicks out, and Ahmed, I have to wonder, it took quite a bit for Christian Starr to get into that cover, and did those few seconds make the difference there?
It had to. I mean, they nearly touched the ceiling here at the warehouse. I can't imagine from an impact like that would not have done the deal for Christian Starr.
Starr up in the high rent district, and Brandon with a strike now. That's why they call it high risk. Now Starr in no man's land up on that top turnbuckle.
Do you think it's smart, though, by Brandon to still take this back up the turnbuckle based off of what he just experienced?
Repeated headbutts.
Christian may be rocked at this point. Superplex!
Floats over.
Keeps hold now. Look at this.
Pile driver position.
Oh, right on the top of his head.
Spikes his head into the cover. George Ross counts 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, and still 880 champion, Brandon St. James.
Undoubtedly Brandon's toughest fight for that championship. He knew he had to put Christian Starr down, and he did it right here with this pile driver.
Spiking the head of Christian Starr right in the center of the ring. Able to get that 3 count with the leg hook, and the 880 championship remains in Pittsburgh. And of course now we know that Brandon St. James and the queer-coded villain Zeke Mercer are on a collision course for next month by way of Zeke Mercer winning that scramble earlier in the night. So Brandon St. James already knows who his next challenger will be. But for now, we can celebrate 880 championship stays in Camp Pittsburgh.
Zeke Mercer and Brandon St. James, that is going to be a tough fight, but the momentum that Brandon St. James is building here as 880 wrestling champion. And on a night like tonight, so much pride BSJ must be feeling.
One more time for your 880 champion, Brandon St. James.
And with that, we will be taking a brief intermission.
All right, fans, we
back
are
for
getting
more
ready
action
for
here
just
on IndieWrestling.live.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business.
All right, fans, welcome back to 880 Wrestling, Pittsburgh versus Canada. The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
am Pittsburgh's own Paul Michaels, and I am joined at this time by, I have to say the thing, my daughter's favorite wrestler, the unwilting Tatiana. Tati, it's great to have you here.
It is great to be back on commentary for 880 Wrestling, and what an incredible show to come back to. Pittsburgh versus Canada, and right now we are going to see a singles competition in the women's division for these two companies. The ever-dominant Liberty L versus the debuting Jessie Mack.
Jessie Mack, of course, part of Hybrid Championship Wrestling, part of My Hardcore Romance with Matt Cash.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the little ball of anxiety, Jessie Mack.
The score kind of even thus far between Pittsburgh and Canada here in the early going. It'll be, as you mentioned, the villainous Liberty L taking on Jessie Mack here in singles competition.
My Hardcore Romance is probably the best team name I've ever heard. We've got the little ball of anxiety versus the dominant force of the locker room.
In recent weeks, we've certainly seen a different side of the villainous Liberty L. It's more calculated.
A lot more aggressive, too. Just this past Thursday, we saw her defeat Shotgun Adams in one-on-one competition. And not only did she lay out Shotgun after the match, she laid out, well, the referee, our very own referee in the ring right now.
Absolutely. And just a couple weeks at Penn Brewery, she had come in and interrupted a multi-person match, or at the end of the match attacked the likes of CJ Monroe and Luca.
Getting aggressive with the referee right now, but Jessie Mack coming back with some forearms at the corner. A couple of chops, too. Liberty calling for more.
Up on the shoulders here is Mack.
Nice splash off the ropes from Liberty, taking out Jessie Mack, who's got some fire back there.
And again, this is just kind of part of that new attitude that we're seeing from Liberty L. Taking some time to jaw with these fans here, something that we hadn't really seen from her in the beginning of 2026. Big splash in the corner.
No, certainly not. She's always been a very dominant force, no matter what side of the fans she is on. But recently, it has been all about Liberty all the time.
Of course, Liberty had a fantastic TNF Championship reign that ended earlier this year by way of Marco Narciso, who will be defending that title in our next contest. Liberty came up short against Nix Wild for the 880 championship. Got eliminated in a battle royal for a TNF championship match, and I think just kind of the racking up of those losses has been a big part of that attitude shift.
Nice drive-by kick by Jessie Mack. Another one from the opposite corner. Taking control of Liberty early on now.
Into the cover, near fall.
For as aggressive as we've seen Liberty be, we are seeing some optimal aggression from Jessie Mack in her debut right now.
Absolutely, Jessie Mack has been bringing it to the villainous at points in this one.
Going out to the outside now to follow the villainous. Oh, but she was ready. This match is going to the outside where all the fans are there, and they are more than happy to see this action up close and personal.
Over by that column now, back over to the apron in front of us here. And Jessie Mack taking this time outside of the ring to be able to really take control of Liberty here.
Smart move from Mack, rolling back in that ring to break up that count. Ooh, but a nice shot from Liberty to the Mack.
Big forearm shot down onto the apron.
That body drop right onto there.
That will change the complexion of this match for sure.
From experience, getting slammed by Liberty is already a painful experience, but getting slammed on the apron, there is absolutely no give on that part of the ring. It is the most painful place to get dropped by anyone.
How much more painful is the apron in comparison to the center of the mat?
I'd say it's a good 50% more.
now fighting off Jessie Mack. Now taking a seat, but wait a second, cross body.
Seated cross body to the outside. A big move from Mack. Now she's gonna get Liberty back up and into the ring if she wants to get that victory and put one more up for Team Canada. Both competitors rolling back into the ring now, going for that pin.
1, 2. Kick out by the Villainous.
Almost. Oh, so going in with some stomps now, but she almost had the Villainess.
Repeated stomps since this match, moving back into the ring. It's greatly favored Mack.
Nice DDT from Mack, going for another pin attempt here.
Tony DeLeo, 2, no.
Despite everything that Liberty has done to both the roster and the fans these past couple of weeks, the fans are still behind her. You can hear them chanting her name.
Maybe slightly different environment here with the Pittsburgh versus Canada thing. Maybe we're kind of doing the, we'll cheer all the Pittsburgh people no matter what they've done to us in the last few weeks.
Very well could be. This is the kind of show where we can see alliances form between people who otherwise have no reason to go near each other in anything other than fisticuffs.
That Matrix-like move there from Liberty into a spear.
Big spear from Liberty. This could be it.
Dragging Mack into the center, cover 2.
And a kick out from Mack. Incredible move from Liberty there.
Now in the center of the ring, maybe thinking.
Looks like we're going for the Iron Maiden here. And oh, a bite from Mack! Big bite right to Liberty's forearm to release the Iron Maiden. And no, that... Liberty's tough as nails, but that had to have hurt.
A popular move here into a stunner.
Mack's got to move quickly if she wants to capitalize off of that. The pin, 1, 2, and a kick out from Liberty again.
That was so close, maybe 2 3/4. But we don't round up here.
No, we do not. If you don't get 3, you do not get 3.
At this point, Jessie Mack beside herself, thinking, what do I have to do to put the Villainous away?
Well, I said before that she is known as the little ball of anxiety, and we can see some of those anxieties showing themselves now. She has to be getting frustrated, pinning Liberty with everything she's got and not yet getting that pin. Uh-oh. Reversal from Liberty. A big chop to the corner.
And Liberty L showing she was borderline unfazed by some of that offense. Another open-handed chop.
Ooh, big back elbows to the corner now. Knocking Mack senseless. And a big running forearm to finish it off.
The impact here to the side of her head. Big uppercut into the corner.
And kicking out the legs. Wonder if she's setting for some... Uh-oh. I think we're setting up for some sort of hip attack here.
Yeah, planning for that running hip attack in the corner. And hits it! More big impact. Violently dragging her back into the center of the ring. What's Liberty thinking now?
I'm thinking she's going to try everything she can to get Mack down.
Up to the second rope is the Villainous.
Going to see some air from the Villainess. And oh, Mack moved!
Was thinking senton from the second rope.
Both competitors are down. That was a big miss for Liberty.
What an opportunity for Jessie Mack to collect herself here after all the punishment she absorbed from Liberty.
I gotta say, these two women are putting on a great performance to come back from intermission. This is a great showcase for both teams.
Referee Tony DeLeo is at 6. They're now both competitors back to their feet. Big clothesline by Liberty.
And a second one. Liberty calling for some emphasis from the crowd. Was she going to go for that third?
Has her up, but again, maybe link of the eyes.
That was a eye rake, and another stunner from Mack.
Almost like a jumping variant of that stunner into the cover. Tony DeLeo, 2 count, no.
Big kick out from Liberty.
Liberty L survives this one.
And there are those frustrations from Mack again, just getting And she is looking a little fed up with ref Tony Leo.
Again, that just gives Liberty an opportunity to kind of recollect herself, as opposed to if Jessie were to stay on Liberty. Big headbutt.
That's one way to wake up the senses. Putting Mack up on the shoulders again from Liberty. We saw her fight out of this earlier. And, oh, she slipped through. Oh, I think this is a dangerous spot for Mack. Oh, a Mr. Perfect flip from Mack off that attempted. Wow.
Liberty again getting the shoulder up. The tenacity of the villainess here.
We saw there an attempted sunset flip into a leg drop. Mack moved out of the way and hit the Mr. Perfect spike, but it still wasn't enough.
It's been some time since I've seen someone have Liberty L on the ropes like this, but again, taking her eye off the ball, and look out.
Oh, wow.
Roll up attempt, 1, 2.
Kick out
Doesn't
from
get
Mack.
it.
Went off the ropes now. Once again. Oh, a behind the back crossbody.
Maybe thinking Iron Maiden submission here.
I think that's what we're getting. All Liberty has to do is lock it in.
And that submission is indeed locked in, and we have a tap out.
Here is your winner, Liberty L.
Incredible showcase from Liberty L, the villainess, putting away Jessie Mack in her debuting match here tonight.
Another big win for the villainess, getting her back in the win column here in 880 Wrestling.
And we've seen time and time again that hidden blade into the Iron Maiden combo is quite a fatal experience for the members of our roster. Oh no! Oh, and she takes out Tony Leo again! A big forearm to Tony Leo, and like I said on Thursday night, she not only took out Shotgun, but took out Tony, and she had absolutely no patience for him again.
For the second time in 48 hours.
I think we need to get some help out here to get Leo away from her. Not staying on top of him this time, but instead of relishing in her victory with yet. Well, we were saying this earlier, but this is quite a different attitude from Liberty L.
Still seemingly acknowledging the fans, though.
Well, I mean, everybody loves somebody who cheers for them, but I don't know what has gotten into her. She has just been over the top aggressive.
Again, second time in 2 days. Poor Tony.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TNF Championship.
And this challenger, Shane Saber, earned this championship opportunity by winning a 6-way match, defeating Boris Krobos, BroHemoth, Cool Ass Andy, Robbie Hollywood, and Shotgun Adams.
The Northern Ace, Shane Saber.
Shane Saber had quite an incredible debut during that 6-person scramble, and tonight he's cashing in his opportunity for the TNF Championship against our reigning defending champion, Marco Narciso.
Introducing the TNF Champion, hailing from the Den of Desire, borderline indecent, Marco Narciso.
Our borderline indecent TNF champion, not champion, champion, Marco Narciso has been on quite the winning streak recently. recently. Ever since winning the TNF Championship, he has been dominating 880 wrestling.
And very interesting to see. We talked just in the previous match about Liberty L kind of, making no fans, but she was very popular here tonight at Pittsburgh versus Canada. That does not seem to be the case for Marco Narciso, who, despite representing 880 wrestling here, is still not, being endeared too much by the fans here at the warehouse.
One thing I will give Marco with this new attitude switch is that he only really seems to need 2 people. His currently not here tonight manager, Honey Darling, and himself.
Now, of course, I have to ask, as the TNF champion, what are kind of some of the very basic keys to staying on top in a division like, people with all the people gunning for that TNF title?
It's like any championship, really. You have to keep eyes in the back of your head. You have to keep eyes in the back of your head and make sure that you know who's going to step up for it. You'll get newcomers coming in, you'll get old-timers coming in. Everybody wants a piece of you when you're a champion of any kind, and when you are a champion as dominant, as exclusive as Marco Narciso, everyone wants a piece of you. Oh, sign of disrespect from Narciso there. Saber not taking any issue with it. It looks like he's taking this in stride.
They lock up here in the early going.
Nice wrist lock from Saber. I talked to him before if he was nervous at all about tonight's match, and he told me, I'm here to wrestle and win championships. And we love a forward thinker like that.
Saber has already just mixed it up with several pro wrestling greats and legends. I always like to say here that iron sharpens iron, and with Shane Saber, again, just mixing up with so many top competitors, has gotten him ready for a big matchup like this for the TNF Championship.
Marco in another hold here. Ooh, working on that shoulder. Going for something else here. Ooh,
again, just continuing to punish that left arm.
Left arm is one of the most important parts of the wrestler's body. We use it for so many things. And ooh, a slap from Marco.
Bit of a show of disrespect there from Marco. Shane Saber did not take it lightly now, punishing Marco in the corner. Look at these stomps. Scotty Lefty Davidson almost had to swallow the whistle there.
Very near with whistle blow. Oh, there we got a big shoulder tackle into the stomps. I guess Saber's a little bit done with Marco's disrespectful attitude, going into the outside now and showing a little bit of respect to our camera crew. Once again, the fans are just loving the up-close experience of this wrestling performance.
Chop to Marco there. They're again just
Marco following up with some big forearms. A big chop from Marco.
Here in front of us, just trading those strikes.
You can hear them all the way back here.
Marco goes down. Now Marco back in the ring. Of course, if Shane Saber is going to win the TNF Championship, has to do it in the ring, but Marco got a little bit of a breather there, getting in the ring first. Now it's Marco rapid-fire stomping Saber.
Well, Scott Davidson getting a little bit too close to the 10 count there for what most people would consider comfortable.
A little bit of showboating there from Narciso.
Maybe a little bit too much showboating. Saber.
He's right behind him, isn't he?
Big forearm. At the ropes now. Big drive-by. Big drive-by.
Kick to the stomach. Marco now reeling in the corner here. Irish whip into the opposite corner. Feel how much power Saber put behind that Irish whip. Kind of went down to one knee.
Trying to get the fans behind him now. This is a little bit of an odd turn of events. It's been very anti-Canada this whole show from our crowd. But right now, I think they would prefer if Saber was the Pittsburgher.
Pittsburgh pride temporarily on hold in this one. Big boot into the corner by the TNF champion.
Ooh! Slipping right through the ropes with that kick to the face of Saber. Hold him back to the outside now. Marco's trying to get a count-out victory here.
Marco would certainly retain the title if Scotty Davidson gets to that 10 count.
It's already at a 5 count. Saber with about half his time left, and he gets back in at number 6.
Again, Marco just staying on Saber.
That has to be messing with Marco a little bit, that his faithful companion, Honey Darling, is not here tonight. I have it on good authority that she's clearing up some loose ends. And Marco's supposedly out here ending the loose ends. Going for a big leg drop into a pin from here. Kick out from Saber.
Interestingly vague, but yes, the leg drop just for 1 count. Now look at this.
Ooh.
Marco into another cover here. And Saber powering out again.
Nice DDT combo from Narciso, but still not enough to put Saber away.
Just 3 quick near falls there for the champion.
Well, we talked a little bit about frustration in the previous matchup. We're looking at Marco and Saber got his knees up before that cartwheel elbow drop. Coming back up with some shots from Saber. Off the ropes. Ooh, a big flying elbow from Saber. And another one.
Going back to back is the challenger. Now from the other corner, Marco gets the boot into the face.
We're going up to the second now. Hook in the head. Oh, it's a Black Widow. Oh, these are the worst. Marco back on the outside, pulling Saber out again. Oh, and blasting his head off the post.
Full speed into the post. Marco now again demanding the 10 count. Marco also dissatisfied with the cadence of Scotty Davidson here.
He would like a much faster count, but I got to stick with Scotty on this one. There is a method to this counting system. You can't just go at whatever speed you want. And whether Marco likes it or not, Saber is entitled to the full proper 10 count on the outside, and Saber back in at number 7.
Answers there, but again, Marco just staying on Saber with those stomps. Every time Saber comes back into the ring, Marco is right there with offense.
Marco lounging on Saber off the ropes there.
Taking advantage of that 5 count, breaking that hold right at 4.
Taunting Scotty a little bit too. Hard buckle to Saber. Marco's just taunting the crowd at this point. He is relishing in the hatred he is getting from our hometown crowd.
Saber was pushing off Marco there, but again, Marco just staying on Saber with that offense.
Uh-oh, very dangerous position for Saber to be in right now.
And Shane Saber about to experience the full package.
Uh-oh. Oh, and into a submission hold here from Narciso. We might see another tap-out victory. Oh, Saber looks to have Marco's foot.
Yeah, both hands now on that left foot. Just trying to alleviate that pressure, but Marco again, with the viciousness of Narciso, just staying on Saber with those repeated stomps.
Ever since we watched him turn on his former tag partner, Blizzy Blake, and team up with Reese Hayes and Leaders by Example, Marco has just been all about himself. We've seen a much more vicious side of him than I've ever seen in all of his years here at 880. Some slaps exchanged between the two competitors. Oh, leg pick. Looks like Saber going for that sharpshooter, but Marco kicks him off in the face, right back to the ropes.
Yeah, was definitely looking for a leg submission of some sort.
Uh-oh.
Marco's now got Saber on the ropes.
Saber's all tied up and getting his back absolutely yoinked.
Literally and figuratively on the ropes. Look out! Double knees to the back. Now
kicking Saber to the outside again.
And demanding that 10 count.
This is what, the third count-out attempt he's going for?
Marco Narciso is seemingly hell-bent on winning this match by ring out.
There's There's a lot of different ways to retain your championship in this kind of match. Count-out victory and disqualification, while may not yielding the champion a victory, would retain their championship either direction. It's not a bad strategy by Narciso, but certainly not a respectful one.
Double axe handle off the apron.
Oh,
gesturing toward that pillar, perhaps, or no?
Oh no, he's going for the. And Marco looked like he was about to throw Saber right into the brick wall, but instead posing for the camera. Saber waking him up with a big boot to the outside and throwing Narciso back in.
Pump kick, we're back in the ring now, and Chicane Saber
big clotheslines
on fire with a series of clotheslines.
Clothesline right there to the corner, taking Narciso out. Oh!
Big DDT can maybe feel the TNF Championship within his grasp. Big kip up.
Saber is fired up, and he is ready for victory. Going for that sharpshooter again. Maybe he'll get it this time. Legs are locked. All he's gonna do is flip Marco.
Shane Saber looking to bring the TNF Championship north of the border.
What would that mean for 880 if one of our championships went over the border though? Marco making it to the rope, so, and Saber pulled him away!
Back now in the center of the ring, it'll be even tougher for Marco to get to those ropes, but does a second time.
That's one of the challenges of getting into the ring with Marco Narciso. His limbs are extraordinarily long, and that makes it that much more precious to keep him as far from the ropes as you are physically able to. Saber keeping control with a couple of big forearms, sending Marco back to the ground.
Drops Marco with one of those forearms.
Very impressive competitiveness from these two. Both are desperate to get their hands on the neon gold.
Saber's been nothing but impressive thus far in his appearances at the warehouse. Marco also full Nelson.
Nelson into a slam. 1, 2. Saber kicks out.
Shoulder up by Saber. Marco, big pump kick to the face.
Going for the pin again. And Saber kicks out just before the 3 count. Marco not happy with this decision. And he's bashing Saber's head right off the mat.
Bashing the back of the head.
4, 5, 6.
Getting frustrated with Scotty Davis here.
Marco not happy with the speed, or I guess what he feels the lack of speed on that 3 count.
That's like I said before, there is a rhyme and reason to the counting system here in professional wrestling. You can want the count to go faster, but ultimately the refs are going to do their job, and they're going to do it properly.
Marco was thinking Deathadil there, but Shane Saber reverses big clothesline. Saber now looking for that sharpshooter again.
3rd time's the charm. He got it locked in before. Maybe he can, and he gets it locked in again. Marco's in trouble. Could we see a brand new TNF champion?
Marco slowly crawling toward the ropes, able to get his hands on the rope and break the sharpshooter for a 3rd time.
Saber forced to let go there. Marco back on the outside.
Taking a spill to the outside. Wait. I think Marco's declaring he's done.
Wait a second. Oh, he just ripped the championship away from our assistant Delaney over there by the hard cam. Wait a second. Is he leaving?
Shane Saber knows he cannot win the championship by countout.
He's out. He's on his way to the curtain.
He's almost past me. Shane Saber giving chase though. He knows he has to bring Marco back into the ring.
Saber's having absolutely none of this. He's finishing this match one way or the other. Dragging Marco back to the ring with the championship. Bashing his head off the apron a few times there for good measure. Oh, and a big back body drop right onto the apron. That is a very popular place for people to get slammed tonight.
And Marco's attempted escape seemingly awoke something different in Shane Saber. He feels the TNF title within his grasp here. Wait a second!
He slapped Scott Davidson! He slapped Scott Davidson! It's DQ! slapped Scott Davidson across the face, and Scott Davidson called for the
winner of the match as the result of a disqualification, Shane Saber. But still, your TNF champion, Marco Narciso.
Insanity! He said it before. While the disqualification earned Saber the victory.
Here is your winner, Shane Saber.
Shane Saber victorious, but unable to leave with the TNF Championship due to Marco's slapping of the referee. That's just dirty.
Well, again, as mentioned, Shane Saber technically the winner of this match, but Marco Narciso taking the coward's way out and will retain the TNF Championship.
I expect nothing less from someone who calls me garden hoe on the side.
Never heard that. That's horrible.
I'm pretty sure he said that to you.
I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure you heard him say that. Regardless of the outcome, Shane Saber, an incredible one-on-one match tonight. He has certainly earned the respect of the 880 crowd.
Probably the most popular Canadian wrestler here tonight.
I would say so. He has certainly earned that.
Toss things back to Sean.
The following contest is a 10-person elimination tag team match.
Of course, want to thank Tatiana for joining me here on commentary. Look to see her back in the ring soon. I'm joined once again by the wise owl of 880 Wrestling, Eamon Payton. And Eamon, we've got 10-person tag team action up next.
This is a high-stakes one, to say the least. Hybrid and 880 colliding in epic fashion in this elimination tag.
Introducing first, accompanied by William Porter, the team of Hundo P, the Old Soul, Carson, Carlyle, Robbie, Hollywood, the last true professional, Brian Sinclair, and indestructible Evan Greenaway. Together they are Team Hybrid.
Now, Eamon, I have done my best to be as objective as possible throughout this show, but I have to tell you that just 2 nights ago at Thursday Night Fights, Will Porter sent these Canadian goons into the ring in the main event to ruin the whole thing. We've been betrayed, in my opinion, as in 880 Wrestling by Will Porter and Hybrid Championship Wrestling, and it's Will Porter's actions that turned this from a collaborative event into a war, and I hope Team Hybrid gets what they deserve tonight.
Damn straight. But we have quite the unit to do that job, Paul. Unlikely allies coming together here.
And their opponents, accompanied by the princess of 880 Wrestling, Amanda Maslow. The team of Big Jim Fritz, Aleo Dree, the other guy, Mickey Morris, Sammy Suntimer, and Dev Swayze. Together they are Jockadelic Dreams. And tonight, they are Team 880.
Jockadelic Dreams, Team 880, whatever you wish to call them. A bit of strange bedfellows, as it were, but united in the interest of 880 Wrestling.
And starting off hot underway.
Referee George Ross indicating this match has not officially begun until some semblance of order is restored here. But 880 and Hybrid bringing the fight to each other, and again, to my aforementioned point, this was advertised to me for weeks as a collaborative effort. as a partnership between these two companies, and Hybrid Championship Wrestling made it personal as Will Porter now throwing their hat at me.
This has become absolute chaos. As now we get a semblance of action on the ring. Mickey Morris, the Department of Jocks, in there with Carlyle to start things off. Carson, a very technical athlete in that ring, making his U.S. debut here tonight at Pittsburgh versus Canada. Quick covers here now by Mickey, as well as Carson. Very similar styles in that ring as these two. And the question I have, though, at top of mind, I mean, we know the Department of Jocks, we know the Tag Team Champions, Psychedelic Dreams. They are capable in many scenarios, but this is a first-time unit, and the bad blood has been well documented between Department of Jocks and Psychedelic Dreams. The DOJ almost turning a new leaf as of late, but that still doesn't mean you make a good team at the end of the day.
Absolutely not. There's no love lost between these two teams. They have been rivals up and down the road for quite some time, but again, in the interest of Pittsburgh pride, of 880 pride, they are hopefully going to be a cohesive unit tonight.
Mickey able to push off a Carson, staying right on top. The muscle of the Department of Jocks getting taken to right now. Big backbreaker.
Of course, Eamon, this match will be contested under elimination rules. How do you think that maybe changes the strategy as opposed to if this were a one-fall match?
Well, I definitely think you have to factor in who you bring in the ring in a certain period of time. You have to factor in, the idea that you may be down a man, so to speak, in a contest. How do you change your strategy? How do you change? Ooh, how do you go about things? Mickey Morris nails that facebuster, their cover. And out goes Carson Carlyle.
And just like that, it's 5-on-4.
And look at Will Porter, furious.
Oh, get them off the apron.
As Evan Greenaway now in. Oh, what a shot there, rocking the jaw of Mickey Morris. Greenaway, Blue Thunder Bomb. And now evening the score.
Mickey Morris has been eliminated.
One thing I learned tonight about Evan Greenaway is that...
Okay, well, thank you.
Evan Greenaway only drinks almond milk. It's almond milk only. He is dairy-free. And he was very adamant to me about that tonight for some reason.
The question is, will that make the difference here? Greenaway, a very hard-hitting competitor out of Ontario, former champion in companies like PWO and CPW, but representing hybrid wrestling here tonight as a tag-in to Brian St. Clair, the last true professional and also the current general manager of Hybrid Championship Wrestling, but also not afraid to mix it up in that ring.
So we're back now to an even 4-on-4. You mentioned this, Brian St. Clair working here against Sammy Suntimer, one half of the 880 Tag Team Champions. Big splash into the corner.
Sammy, in particular, you got to think, looking for a bit of redemption tonight, coming off of the loss this past Thursday to Robbie Hollywood. Ooh, powering Sammy up and using the ropes. Considers himself covered. Considers himself to be the smartest wrestler in Ontario is Brian St. Clair. And we're seeing it right now as he is not letting up on Sammy Suntimer. Also got to factor in longtime ally Princess Amanda at ringside as well for Psychedelic Dreams of the Department of Jocks.
At one point was more directly aligned with Psychedelic Dreams, but here in the name of 880. But now look at Greenaway working on the ankles of Sammy Suntimer there to the outside.
Hundo P making the difference there, tripping Sammy up, shifting the momentum in this contest. Sammy trying to fight free from Greenaway as our referee George Ross distracted right now. In comes Aleo though, big insecurity, gonna give an assist to his partner.
And that leaves an opening for Sammy Suntimer here up on the top rope. What's Sammy thinking?
Oh, big elevation on that elbow drop cover. And Sinclair is out.
Brian Sinclair has been eliminated.
Back to the hybrid wrestling office.
Oh, Will doesn't want to jaw with me anymore.
Not as confident now. As in comes, I think maybe one of the most dangerous competitors on the hybrid team in this contest. Robbie Hollywood has wins over both Sammy and Aleo in singles competition, but he might be out right now. Sammy wrenching on the neck, tagging to Aleo, double team offense!
You know Psychedelic Dreams would love to get that revenge over Robbie Hollywood here on the big stage. Robbie Hollywood, I would argue, a big part of why this is kind of turned into a bit of a war, so to speak. I mean, he's led multiple assaults on the 880 team. Big drop kick.
Hundo P again coming in for the difference maker. Big high five there from Will Porter. Robbie, like you mentioned, been leading the charge in some of the most violent attacks at the hands of hybrid, but he has to keep an eye on Aleo Dreams, the prophecy in the ring. Ooh!
Kept your eye off the ball there, Robbie.
Nice pump kick there.
What do you want?
You're down 4-3 right about now.
Yeah. How's the math education up there?
Canada may have a lot of things, but Pittsburgh has pride, and we're seeing it on display from Aleo Dreams. Cover! Only 2 there.
And for the record, again, it's the behaviors of Will Porter in Hybrid Championship Wrestling 2 days ago that made me decide to shed the professional moniker for one night only, because I knew that Judas was going to be over here confronting me, doing all of this stuff, trying to take me off of my game.
Series of covers now. Oh, catching Robbie there for whatever he had in mind. And now Robbie, big insecurity right to the side of head of Aleo. Aleo still fighting though. Oh, could this be? Oh, trying for the dream catcher, but no, backslide.
Just a 2 count only, Hollywood.
Oh!
A move so easy a broadcaster can do it. But it's enough to put Aleo Dreams away.
Aleo Dreams has been eliminated.
That a little added, rubbing the salt in from Hybrid Championship Wrestling, doing the Carnes breaker since Austin Carnes is
He
here
knew exactly
tonight.
what he was doing. Austin does that move better. And that's me saying that. English education up there is not great either.
Sammy wanting a piece, but tagging with Dev Swayze. I think Dev, 6'7" of the Department of Jocks, wants to get a piece of the action right now. Sammy a little, uncommunicative. Tag in now to Hundo P, gonna get his first taste of actual in-ring action in this contest.
Certainly hasn't been shy about getting involved from the outside, but you're right. Now the first time as the legal competitor turned inside out by a clothesline from Big Dev.
And all of that 6'7" height coming into play. No question in the mind from these fans anymore just how tall Dev Swayze is in that ring, and what elevation on that drop kick.
Again, Eamon, we're effectively down to trios action here now. 2 eliminations on both sides.
Oh, good thinking choke slam here. Oh, Hundo able to fight free though. Tag now into Greenaway. Able to get into this contest now, change the momentum possibly. Oh, look at that rebound. Very explosive as we see his Greenaway. Waistlock, oh, big German suplex release. We get our first taste of Big Jim Fridge with the jumping knee strike.
Big jumping knee, Big Jim Fridge has been having some great opportunities here.
Stunner!
Springboard stunner by Fridge, and this place coming unglued for Fridge. Had an opportunity at the 880 Championship earlier this year. Was part of the Enjoy Wrestling Odyssey.
Jim, in particular, on quite a roll, but maybe getting a little too hyped. Greenaway back into this contest. Oh, ripcord into the strike, and Jim might be out here.
Yeah, Jim staggered. Wait a second.
Up onto the shoulder. Big Death Valley driver, cover.
2. Fridge is out of there.
Big Jim Fridge has been eliminated.
We are down to 1 member of Psychedelic Dreams, 1 member of the Department of Jocks, having to deal with 3 members of Hybrid right now. This is where all the communication problems, you gotta put them out the window. You're running defense at this point, cover. Greenaway gets eliminated.
David Greenaway has been eliminated.
So we're back to 2 versus 2. It's Dev Swayze and Sammy Suntimer against Hundo.
Look at this!
Look how right!
Oh, but Robbie now roll up. Oh, and it cost Sammy.
Sammy Suntimer has been eliminated.
So Robbie Hollywood and Hundo P now have a 2 versus 1 advantage over Dev Swayze. You've got to be kidding me.
Dev, this is where all the training at the CCAC Auxiliary Gymnasium has to come to fruition. It has to come into effect. Big blows now by Robbie.
Hundo P cannot continue and has been eliminated.
We're told Hundo P now being pulled from this contest, it appears. This might be giving Department of Jocks and Psychedelic Dreams what they need. Cover now. No, Dev able to get the shoulder up.
So with that announcement, it is 1 versus 1 here. Robbie Hollywood versus Dev Swayze.
This is crunch time. Oh, and look at Robbie trying to get a boot into Princess Amanda, of all people.
Oh. Hollywood took his eye off the ball there, though. Swayze, big spine buster into the cover.
Cover, secure it, Dev, come on! No, only 2.
Dev thought it was 3. Has to stay on Robbie here.
Possibly eyeing up that choke slam. Tried to use it to effect before, but
oh,
no.
Come on.
Real Porter on the apron.
And Princess Amanda.
Give it to him. Oh, big insecurity there by Hollywood.
Yeah, back to focusing on the matchup here. Big running elbow into the corner by Hollywood.
Can he take advantage now? Looks to come charging all the way across the ring. Dev able to get Hollywood onto the apron. Scaling now, top turnbuckle. Letting it be known when he thinks of 880 wrestling.
Catches him by the throat. Dev to be thinking choke slam here.
Send him behind him. There it is.
Ring it up.
Robbie Hollywood has been eliminated. Your sole survivor, Dev Swayze. And your winners, Team 880, Jockadelic Dreams.
Coming in with the clutch. Give it up for Dev Swayze. Defending the pride of 880 wrestling in valiant fashion.
Well, they may not have been selected in this weekend's NFL draft, but the Department of Jocks stepping up along with Psychedelic Dreams to defeat Team Hybrid in 10-person action. Team 880 are your winners.
A beautiful night. This was a big weekend for this city. And Jockadelic Dreams making it that much bigger. Wait a second.
Hold the phone here. The Department of Jocks maybe making their intentions known. Now that Team Canada is out of the way, are these two teams on a collision course for the tag team titles?
I mean, the role that Department of Jocks have been on securing the victory here tonight, you gotta think a tag team title shot could very easily be in their future.
Certainly hard to argue that. I'd love to see that match again. But once again, the headline will read, Jockadelic Dreams, Team 880, whatever you want to call them. What I'd like to call them right now is victorious.
Fans, before we get to tonight's main event, some business to take care of. First, we got a raffle going on for some very limited edition 880 VHS. There it is, 2 copies, 1 winner, the Tupac family. That's right, the Tupac family. Go collect your VHS.
Shout out to Tupac, shout out to CRT Wrestling as well.
And hang on, I don't want to say the wrong name. The second copy, Hank. Hank is the winner. Go grab your VHS 880, very limited edition. Also, want to thank our sponsors once again. Please, a big round of applause for the new beer sponsor of 880 Wrestling, 3 Floyds Brewing. Give it up. As well as our other sponsors, La Spada Contracting and Landscaping for all of your contracting and landscaping needs, and Arnold Glass and Vape for all of your chilling and vaping needs. A big round of applause for all of our sponsors tonight. And everyone else making the show happen. Senior referee George Ross, he's in the back, let him hear it. Internet sensation George Ross, your other referees, Tony DeLeo and Scott Lefty Davidson. Thank you. Referees don't get any love, I understand. On commentary, first, lead commentator tonight, Pittsburgh's own Paul Michaels. Give it up for Paul.
On the right side of history.
The voice of Thursday Night Fights on color, Eamon Payton. Give it up for Eamon. Once again, your special guest commentator, the unwilting Tatiana, everyone. And of course, Sword D, Missy CL, the Woods family, and everyone else who brings this show both here at the warehouse and around the world. A big round of applause for everyone who makes this show happen. Come back and join us every Thursday night for Thursday Night Fights. And the next big supercard is Friday, May the 22nd. Friday, May 22nd. Mark your calendars and be back at the warehouse. The following is your main event, scheduled for one fall. It is for the 880 Hardcore Championship.
Of course, earlier this month, up at Canadian Deathmatch as part of the Crazy 8 tournament. This man right here, or as the jersey would say, this MF, went head to head with KC War and defeated him as part of that tournament. Tonight is the rematch, and that rematch takes place in a Pittsburgh zip code.
Undoubtedly, Matt Cash, the most violent MFer in Canada, comes in any fight with a chip on their shoulder, with a violent point to prove. But comes in this matchup on KC War's home turf with tons of momentum after the events of Canadian Deathmatch's Crazy 8 tournament. He comes in with a win over KC War, but that is not going to deter the Muay Thai maniac, the shoot psychopath, for a fight on behalf of 880 Wrestling.
Of course, this matchup will be contested under hardcore rules. The 880 Hardcore Championship is on the line.
You hear Matt Cash making it known he loves to bleed, but if there's one competitor that's going to give him his wish, it's this man.
The shoot psychopath captured that 880 Hardcore Championship from amateur wrestler Reyes. Has been an extremely fighting champion, has been in some of the biggest hardcore wars, no pun intended, that 880 has seen against some guy named John. Recently on Thursday Night Fights against Theo Strong. KC has been one of the fightingest champions since capturing that gold. And right there you have a shot of the hybrid tag team champions, the fourth line, wanting to keep that hardcore title back. Keep it here in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely, the unity between the fourth line, the brotherhood is one of the tightest in all of professional wrestling. Brandon St. James already successful earlier tonight in a fantastic contest against Christian Starr. You got to think KC War looking to make it 2 for 2 tonight. And the beer is flowing here at the warehouse.
See, Eamon, you can drink on the job.
KC War's the only one that's allowed. And only because you can't tell him no. It's a bad idea.
What a big fight field.
Introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Weighing in tonight at 235 pounds, Canadian Carnage, the most violent motherfucker in Canada, White Trash, Matt Cash. And his opponents, from the City of Champions, banned from 13 International Ice Hockey Federations, standing at 420 penalty minutes, the Muay Thai Maniac, the Shoot Psychopath, your 880 Hardcore Champion, KC War!
This is going to be a violent, bloody one, to say the least.
These fans want war. They're going to get it one way or the other.
And it's been quite the war all night, I would say, between 880 and Hybrid. But the rules are about to be thrown out the window, so to speak, in this one. KC War inspiring the youth of America, Paul, there.
This will not be for the faint of heart.
Welcome to 880 territory, motherfucker!
Matt Cash did not just cross the border, he crossed into KC War's home. As we get ready here, I mentioned fourth line having a successful night so far tonight with Brandon St. James. You got to think Matt Cash looking to rebound. He is the co-holder of the Death Proof Tough as Nails Championship with Jesse Mack as part of My Hardcore Romance. Unsuccessful earlier tonight against Liberty L.
Here in the early going, neither competitor able to get the other off his feet. Kind of trading these shoulder tackles here.
Both competitors really built like brick walls. And it's going to take a lot of brute force to plunge your way through either War or Cash. Oh, but War gets taken down there, the first blow in this contest. Question is, will that set the tone? Oh, Cash laying it in the corner.
Big chop there in the corner by Cash. Again, 1-0 against KC War this month. We will see what the home ice advantage does for the Shoot Psychopath. But right now, Matt Cash picking up where he left off, just picking the bones of KC War with these chops in the corner.
Absolutely. He does have that victory, and I will give him that. And it was a brutal victory, to say the least, as Cash comes charging. Oh, Casey Ward sends him right where he does not want to be, on the top rope. But Casey has tons of victories under his belt as well. You mentioned winning the championship from Reyes, victories over some guy named John, victories over Saturn Price. You can't deny that as well. Big clothesline, sending Cash all the way out onto the floor.
It's certainly one way to get him out there. You know that it is inevitable. It's not if, but when this fight makes its way to the outside of the ring.
I think Casey may have heard you and wants to do it sooner rather than later, Paul. Gonna come charging. Keep an eye on Casey Ward like a bullet train right into Matt Cash. Not going to let up. Casey Ward, we saw mentioned this past Thursday on Thursday Night Fights that he feels like he has a target on his back since winning the championship, but he made it known that Matt Cash can pry the hardcore championship from his cold, bloody hands. Ooh.
And again, we know that Casey has that loss against Matt Cash, but when you're at the top of your game, losses are a learning experience. And I'm sure there are lots of things that Casey Ward does not want to repeat, about that particular contest. Casey went face first into the apron there, then the chops to the back by Cash. This is going to continue to get progressively violent as we go.
Look at Cash digging his finger right into the jowls of Casey Ward. Oh, and now just biting at the head. White trash, Matt Cash lives up to the moniker. It's what he lives and breathes. And now right in front of Mrs. Ward, is that a gusset plate? Oh God, right to the head of Casey Ward. That is, and he's gonna rip it out. Oh my God. Look at the blood pooling out of the head of Casey Ward.
And sadistically just,
oh my God! Right to the face of Mrs. Ward. That is disgusting.
Wiping her own husband's blood on her face.
Oh my God. Casey Ward has bled buckets for 880 Wrestling. He has bled buckets for his family.
He's bleeding buckets as we speak.
We mentioned the stakes that were on display earlier with the hybrid title and the 880 championship is now that trusty hockey stick wrapped in barbed wire. Casey Ward's greatest friend, maybe even more than Brandon St. James.
And Eamon, the hardcore championship is such a part of the identity of 880 wrestling, as that barbed wire hockey stick now being grinded into the forehead of Cash.
That's the thing. I think, top glory is one thing as well. It's very important, the hybrid heavyweight title, the 880 championship. There's so much culture and pride that 880 hardcore championship has seen from the days of the no-ring shows that we have had here at 880 Wrestling. Brandon St. James, in many ways, Casey Ward's partner, made that title famous. And Casey Ward holds it in great pride as Matt Cash going low here. Oh, DDT.
Cash into the cover. 1, 2. Casey able to get the shoulder up.
And just the blood of Casey Ward staining Matt Cash. More than any tattoo, more than any scar, that is a pride for a deathmatch wrestler.
And Casey Ward certainly losing blood at a pace that may change the trajectory of this match somewhat.
I still don't understand how wrestlers are able to fight like they are, especially someone like Casey Ward, when you are bleeding buckets. I mean, you're losing oxygen in this to an extent. It's clouding your vision. I get a paper cut and I freak out.
I understand that some professional wrestlers are just built different. Sometimes the sight of your own blood kind of wakes you up and energizes you in a way that nothing else does. But there's still, again, the factor of that blood loss.
It's interesting, Matt Cash bringing chairs into this contest in almost the way that Casey War is more typically known for. But Casey Ward, the one going to give Matt Cash the seat here.
Cash knows that it's maybe doing it in somewhat of a taunting fashion almost. Big strike to the forehead.
Oh, that gusset.
And what's good for the goose is good for the gander here.
Oh, going to stick it right to the top of the head of Matt Cash. Those things are meant for roofing. They are intentionally difficult to pry off. And now look at the blood pouring off of the top of the head of Matt Cash. Oh my God, he's laughing. Oh.
And as they trade strikes, you're seeing the blood continue to now pour out of the head of Matt Cash as well.
It is squirting and spraying with every shot from Casey War. Now gonna, almost like a hockey fight. Casey War knows a little something about that.
And Cash can't defend himself with that jersey up over his head.
And he is pissed off as Casey War.
Big cross body onto the seated Cash.
Casey War, you can just tell in the driver's seat right now, that energy pulsating like it's the blood is pulsating out of his head. Now rolling Matt Cash back into the ring. Into a cover lateral press.
Matt Cash, of course, kicks out. And just maybe kind of feeling out Cash here, seeing what and how much he has left.
Ooh. There's that Muay Thai ability as well as Casey Ward, known for those kicks and striking ability.
Big senton there by Casey War. Into another cover, leg hooked. Shoulder up by Cash once again.
The question is, you know, it's one thing to still battle through blood. It's another thing to turn into that second gear in a contest when you have been brutalized over and over and over again. I'm going to whip Matt off. No, Matt catches him.
Facebuster onto the knee, now knee to the side of the head. Now thinking back suplex, gets him up.
Oh, nicely done there. Powers him into the mat cover.
Only a 2 count. Again, how difficult is it to get into that second gear when you're dealing with the blood loss? You know, maybe even somewhat of distracted vision because of blood getting into your eyes by way of it, draining from your forehead there. There's so many different elements to that.
Matt Cash looking to dish out more punishment now. And you can almost see Casey War begging it on to an extent. That is a lot of what we see from Casey War. It's both an element of mind games, but it is also to let yourself know, I am still in this fight. And now Matt now going out to the floor. Maybe some added wooden destruction coming Casey War's way.
Cash now looking to introduce that table into this matchup. But how much time is Casey War kind of getting to regather himself while Cash takes the time to set up this table?
Absolutely. I mean, you got to be sucking in wind a little bit. You got to be trying to get your breath back in this contest. Casey War now firing him with forearm shots. Matt catches him. Uranagi through the table. And if Cash can just roll over, get an arm over, and get a cover, he does. This could be it.
Casey War able to get the shoulder up to the delight of this crowd here at the warehouse.
Matt Cash, you have to think that was his secret weapon, no pun intended, and putting away KC War. He's going to have to go back into that twisted mind, figure out something else, because KC War is not letting go of that hardcore championship lightly.
I guess with the sheer amount of punishment that both competitors have already absorbed and dealt, you have to feel like maybe we're in the late stages of this matchup, to be honest.
Oh, God. And even without the weapons, just those lariats, those clotheslines in the corner, one after another, rocking the head of KC War that is already bleeding, and I'm sure he is already woozy.
Matt Cash thinking some diabolical thoughts here with War in the corner. Cannonball misses into the corner. What an opening this is for KC.
And that was all collision right to Cash's lower back. That cannot be good for the future of Matt Cash in this contest. KC, oh God, seeing Matt Cash coming in with the elbow.
Big elbow now running. Cash had it well scouted though, but power slam by War.
Takes Matt Cash over, might have driven him right on the top of his head there.
But again, at what point was the factor of just the blood loss, the damage, for KC War to maybe not get 100% of that power slam?
I think you're exactly right there, Paul. The agony and the anguish just radiates off of both of these competitors.
I mean, no doubt Cash got the worst end of that, but it seemed to take a lot out of KC as well.
KC, clubbering shot there. Follows it with a kick. Oh, look at this. Ducks a shot there by Cash. Has it scouted. Clothesline! Cover!
Not it.
Those strikes of KC War are so vicious, and any normal competitor that could spell the end, but that also speaks to what kind of punishment and brutality Matt Cash is able to endure in that ring. Whatever you want to say about Pittsburgh versus Canada, 880 versus hybrid, you got to give credit here to Matt Cash for staying in this fight.
These are just two cats of a different breed.
Ooh.
Being able to absorb so much punishment. Oh, what is Cash thinking here? Maybe thinking pile driver or a power bomb here on the apron?
No way. KC desperately now trying to fight free.
He's able to fight out of it. Strikes the side of the neck, now just trading blows.
Oh my God. Ooh, one wrong move here on this apron. It could spell disaster. Oh wait, up onto the shoulders. Matt Cash trying to fight free, but Casey has him hooked. Death Valley driver on the apron.
Now earlier tonight when I had Tatiana here, her calculation was that the apron hurts 50% more in the center of the canvas. I don't know if the math checks out quite as well for Matt Cash.
I ain't going to dispute the Botanical Badass. If she says it's 50% more, I believe her. And KC War, though, not able to capitalize. You can tell clutching at his ribs. The punishment is still too much right now.
The punishment, the blood loss. Maybe it's not about taking a breath. Maybe it's about elevating this contest even further, elevating the violence. KC, when he goes under that ring, he does so with purpose, and he's looking for another table. Are we about to introduce a second table here, or is he thinking something else?
I think, again, it is a mystery to me how you can factor in strategy, the thought process when it looks like a crime scene, when it looks like, a murder movie.
You can just look at the effort it's taking here for KC to get that table up and get that table in the ring. Just doing so very slowly. I have to believe, again, the blood loss and the other punishment really starting to come to a head here. And again, the reverse is true. When Matt Cash was setting up his table, it gave KC lots of time to recover. That's what's happening here for Cash, though. KC with a quick knee.
If that's a way to buy himself more time, that's a good way to do it. But not even going for a cover, though, has definitely something in mind with this table.
Definitely thinks he may need another big offensive move through this table to put Cash away and retain the 880 Hardcore Championship. Now leading him over, setting him on top of the table, almost teetering there. It has him up on the table. Whatever this is cannot be good.
I don't see Casey War going a lot to the air, but has something in mind, maybe realizing he has to pull out all the stops.
Off the top, splash! Frog splash through the table. Can he roll him over?
Able to do it, cover! No!
How is that not enough?
Matt Cash just able to roll his shoulder up. Look at it again, just all the weight of Casey War colliding with Matt Cash here.
The look on the face of Cash as he went through that table.
Casey War coming by us now.
What is he thinking now?
What's he? Got a board from our. Oh, wait a second. That ain't just a board, Paul.
Embroidered with those LFG initials. We've heard several times what that stands for.
This is a bad scenario if I'm Matt Cash.
Propping that board up in the corner. This is potentially about to be one of the most sadistic things I've seen. Wait, Matt Cash!
Up onto the shoulders!
Took the time to recover.
Oh, no. Casey, almost took Casey's device and used it to his advantage. But Casey stopping him in his tracks. Deathwatch driver! Into the board, into the gussets. Unbelievable cover. And that is it.
Here is your winner, and still 880 Hardcore Champion, KC
Well, Eamon, Pittsburgh versus Canada and the rivalry aside, Matt Cash brought the fight to KC War, but it is the Muay Thai maniac, the shoot psychopath coming out on top and keeping that 880 Hardcore Championship right here in Pittsburgh.
The 880 Hardcore Championship stained in the blood of this violent affair. What a way to close out a historic night for 880 versus Hybrid Championship. Wait! Who the hell is that?
From behind!
Will, what the hell? Does Will have something to do with this?
Someone has attacked KC War from behind with a steel chair. Who is it?
This is not okay. Up onto the shoulders.
Wait! I know what move that is. That was the Wild Driver. It is the Black Sheep, Nix Wild.
We haven't seen Nix since Painted Black 2. And they look like a shell of themselves.
Nix Wild holding the 880 Hardcore Championship, standing over KC War. KC barely able to get to his feet.
Oh no, not again!
And a second Wild Driver.
KC War has just been through absolute hell, and Nix Wild picking the bones. My God, brutalizing KC. Wait, Matt Cash now in.
Even a show of respect there, chasing Nix Wild off. But a huge warning shot fired by the trigger finger.
Matt Cash checking here on KC War.
Again, these two have gone to war twice.
Main event, KC War.
In the month of April alone, and the respect shown between the two, they've now split that series. But here on 880 soil, KC War will retain the hardcore championship. But it was the Black Sheep Mixed Wild who may appear to be next in line and may have their sights set on that hardcore championship. For Eamon Payton, I have been Pittsburgh's own Paul Michaels. This has been Pittsburgh versus Canada, and 880 Wrestling is clocking out.